up everybody? I'm Simon Sabro, and today I'm gonna be answering the question if the Shonen Jump app is worth it or not. So before we jump into that, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and also comment down if you prefer to read manga digitally or physically. I personally prefer to read it physically, but also while you're down there, put why you prefer, which one you prefer. So also, one last thing, this video is in no way sponsored. I just wanted to talk about the Shonen Jump app because I have had a few comments here and there about it, or really just reading manga digitally. So I just wanted to talk about the Shonen Jump app because I do also use it very often. So with that out of the way, let's jump right into the video. So the first thing you want to keep in mind with the Shonen Jump app is the price, of course. It is a monthly subscription of $1.99 a month, which is honestly really good in my opinion. That $2 a month isn't, anything really, but that's one thing to keep in mind. It is very affordable, and it does have a very big catalog of manga that you could read, though it's not everything that Shonen Jump has published physically, but it is a lot of things. Like, you have a lot of the newer series like Kaiju number 8, Sakamoto Days, Spy Family, things like that. You also have Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, a lot of big titles. You also have some of the older titles like Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball Z, and it's, like I said, a very good catalog of things. Now, they don't have everything, like I said. Like, for instance, they don't have Platinum End you see there. They don't have Ice Shield 21. They don't have Slam Dunk, but usually they still got a good majority of things still that you would probably want to read or be interested in checking out. Now, one major reason why I do like the Shonen Jump app, as well as reading manga digitally, is that it does save me a lot of space on my shelves and a lot of money. Because, for instance, a series that I don't collect would be Black Clover. I do enjoy reading Black Clover on the Shonen Jump app, but the reason I don't collect it is because that's a lot of volumes. I'm not gonna lie. And I know I do have a couple of lengthy series, but Black Clover is a lot of volumes and it's still going out. So I just read it on the Shonen Jump app because I do want to read like the latest chapters as they come out, as well as I want to, save a lot of space on the shelves, like I'm saying. And reading the chapters on the app like I said, it's way cheaper than buying a $10 volume, especially because I'm running out of a lot of shelf space. But to an extent, it's like I could still enjoy the manga reading it digitally, but physically I do enjoy it more. That's another thing to keep in mind. If you like just really enjoy reading manga physically, then it might not be for you. So just keep that in mind. But I forgot to mention, but without the subscription, the $2 subscription, you can read the first 3 chapters and the last 3 chapters of a series, but you won't be able to read anything in between. So do keep that in mind. Another thing to keep in mind is that you are able to read it on the go, of course, because it is on your phone, or phone, tablet, iPad, whatever you want to put it on. But as opposed to, for instance, I wouldn't take a lot of my volumes outside of my house, really, because of the risk of it getting damaged. So being able to read it on my phone at any time really is a very good, good thing to, keep in mind when you're downloading the app. Now, there is one issue, not really an issue for me, but it can be an issue to some of y'all, which is that you can only read 100 chapters per day, or every 15 hours, I think, something like that. I personally have never hit that limit of reading 100 chapters in a day, but I know there are some people that maybe have more time on their hands, or they really want to just read quickly or get through a series quickly, that they might read more than 100 chapters in a day. So that is something to keep in mind. Like I said, I haven't encountered this issue, but do keep it in mind. Another thing, you can download the chapters so that you could read them when your Wi-Fi is not available. So let's say, you're in an area, you're not getting Wi-Fi, you can still read your manga, which I do use this feature all of the time. But unfortunately, you can only download 100 chapters at a time, and they do expire in a week. So keep that in mind. It does kind of once you like see it's about to expire, that you're gonna have to like download the chapters again, you kind of like speed it up a little bit. That's what I do. Not too big of a deal though, but it is another thing to keep in mind. As I did mention before, they do have series like Kaiju number 8 on there, and the reason I have this Kaiju number 8 volume right now is because there is sometimes on the Shonen Jump app where it'll have pages that are colored that wouldn't normally be colored. So I'm gonna show y'all this page right here, which as you can see is of course in black and white. And then now I'm gonna put up a picture of what it looks like with color. And you could really only see this on the Shonen Jump app, which is it's something to keep in mind, because there are other times where the pages will be colored. Like sometimes, I don't know if I could find an example real quick, but sometimes there's like the chapter pages, like how kind of like how the first page in Kaiju number 8 is, how it's colored in the book. It's always going to be colored in the on the Shonen Jump app. So that is a very important thing to keep in mind. And sometimes I'll like read like Kaiju number 8 and then I'll skim through the chapters in the Shonen Jump app just to see if they like colored in anything special, because they're really nice to look at with the color and everything. And that's one really important thing. Like I said, not so important kind of quality of life, but I do enjoy being able to see certain pages in color on the SJ app. Now, another thing is that there are certain manga on there that are exclusively, like they don't have a physical edition yet, or there probably won't ever be one. A couple of examples that come to mind would be Phantom Seer, Bone Collection, and Niru Way of the Martial Artist. And all of those series have been canceled, I believe. So they're probably not gonna get a physical in English at least, which is very unfortunate because I did enjoy reading some of those. Now, lately Shonen Jump has been doing digital manga, like where you could just buy the entire volume digitally. But I'm not too much a fan of that because I think those cost like $6 or $7. I'd rather just pay the $2 subscription and then just read the entire manga. But you know, if you collect manga digitally, because I know some people do that instead of collecting it physically, you can, you know, wait for a digital release of the manga to come out. I'm not too familiar with those because I don't buy those, but I know some people do, so that's one thing to, you know, keep in mind again. Another thing to keep in mind is that with the ongoing series, like I said, such as Black Clover, Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, they do have new chapters coming out every week, which would be usually on a Sunday, I believe, at like 10, 12 o'clock, something EST, I think, something around that time. There's a new chapter that comes out every week for majority of the series on there. So that is something to usually look forward to every week, to, you know, get a little chapter on whatever your favorite series might be and maybe compare them to other chapters that came out the same day, however you want to do it. But that is something to keep in mind. I like to stay up to date because my friends love to talk about, like I said, the newest Jujutsu Kaisen chapters, the newest you know, Black Clover chapters, Dr. Stone chapters. So I do read them to, you know, try and keep up with those. Now, another thing is, I had mentioned before about the shelf space. That is why you don't see a lot of like Shonen Jump manga on my shelf. Like these behind me are like the only ones that I have, because I would just much rather read them on the app in order to save shelf space and money. So that's why, like, if you've seen my manga collection video, I'll leave the link in the description. If you've seen it, you would know that I don't own Chainsaw Man or Jujutsu Kaisen because I've read them on the Shonen Jump app. And those two mangas specifically, it's very hard to find them like in stock at a, you know, bookstore or something. And I'm not gonna buy them on eBay because of the scalper prices. So like I said, saves a lot of money, saves a lot of shelf space. Definitely something to keep in mind. And really, that's all I have to say about the Shonen Jump app. Once again, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more manga related content. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to comment down whether you prefer physical or digital manga. And yeah, that's all for me. This is Simon Sabro signing out. I'll catch you on the next one.